Have you ever been using an app and you've seen this screen? Where does this data go? Well, now makers and admins can see these ratings and comments and get Microsoft's recommendations on how to improve your app. And guess what? A month of data is already waiting for you. Power Apps Ratings is in preview, and I think you'll be very satisfied. Today on PowerCat Live. Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topnis from the PowerCat team, and today I'm here with Yogesh and Rohit, both talking about Power Apps Ratings. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Hey, Phil.
So I'm excited to talk about this. I mean, we do solicit ratings from all of our users, and we get to read them internally. What is Power Apps Ratings bringing now for makers?
We want Power Apps to be synonymous with highest quality enterprise scale apps. And one of the fundamentals to that is you cannot really improve what you cannot measure. And we want our makers to create really high quality apps. So as part of this feature, what we are doing is all the feedback, app feedback, which we used to collect at Microsoft side, now we are enabling it for makers, admins, and developers to actually see that as well.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. So the front door for this feature is going to be on make.powerapps.com. In the apps list, if you go, you will see that there are a bunch of apps. And if I go into options, you'll see a new option called ratings preview. When you click on it, it will take you to a ratings dashboard. And on the dashboard, you will see that there is a score available for the app. In this case, it's fair. You'll see the distribution of how many people are satisfied versus dissatisfied. You'll see the score division between how your web apps are scoring versus your mobile app, and what is the distribution between Edge, IE, Chrome, and so on. At the same time, you'll also see the score trend of how your app has done over the period of time. And at the bottom, you'll see a bunch of relevant actions which you can take to improve your app. And not only that, if you go to the comments, you will see that you can actually filter down these comments by very satisfied, satisfied, dissatisfied, or very dissatisfied. So in this particular case, I will just quickly showcase how the improve your app is going to work in tandem with the comments you get. So for example, in very dissatisfied, I'll see that I have a performance issue in my app. So I'll go ahead and I'll just click on review performance. And it will just show me that, hey, you have a sync request issue, which is critical. And at the same time, the perf insights will also give me that how to improve that particular issue.
And I like how actionable this is too. Now, this is available only for model apps, is that right?
That's correct. So currently in public preview, it's only available for model-driven apps. But when we go GA, we are going to enable it for both Canvas apps and model-driven apps.
And as this is in preview, this is just starting. So the first time I open it, am I just going to see a blank report, or is there going to be data there already?
Actually, that's a good question, Phil. So the entire deployment has been staged in a manner that we've already been capturing data for past month. So the moment the feature goes live, we'll have data available for us to populate these wonderful charts and reports. And anyone who opens them up are going to see something at the very least that makes sense to their app.
So there's data already waiting for me.
Absolutely.
Now, I've seen some blogs and things where people are doing their own ratings because this data is so valuable. How is using what you've built better than just building my own?
Absolutely, that's a brilliant question. So
thanks, Rohit.
What we need to go ahead and appreciate here is that we've been curating a lot of the data through proper channels that align with GDPR, with all the standardized commercial privacy laws and privacy compliance. We're able to just build on top of the existing Microsoft pipelines. We're able to get benefit from that and ensure that privacy is maintained.
That's super valuable, and that is nice to be able to turn it on and have all the privacy compliance in place. Yep. Now, this is especially useful for the types of folks that are watching now, people that work in large enterprises. How are you seeing enterprises already start to use this as you've previewed it?
So large enterprise do not have their makers and developers direct access to production environment. So what we have done, as like Rohit mentioned, that we have already updated Dataverse around a month back in order to collect this data and store in customer's tenant. Now that entity is called user rating entity.
Okay.
Makers and admins can actually go ahead and build a dashboard through Power BI by connecting the entity through TDS endpoints. So they can go ahead and actually they can actually go ahead and build charts and comments and dashboards
Yeah.
and share it out with developers outside their production environment. And not only that, like since this entity is an organization based entity, makers and admins can also provide privileges on those entity in order for
Oh, great.
other roles to actually go ahead and view feedback for the apps.
That's nice. So since it's using Dataverse, you can use direct query, you can use existing security rules, all the things
Yeah.
that people building these apps should already be familiar with. And where do you go from here? What's next for Power Apps ratings?
So, as part of the long charter, we are planning on building an entire suite of productivity tools and capabilities. Ratings is just a part that builds towards the larger goal of enabling people to be more productive. But just specifically talking about ratings, as you mentioned, we are going to be releasing ratings in preview, and we will be waiting for customer feedback. We'll take a look at the feedback and build our GA plan and GA story from there. So we'll ensure that we pick up the most relevant feedbacks and we build on top of that. But there are certain aspects, there are certain capabilities that we are essentially trying to build and that we have in our mind as we are looking towards GA. Things like ensuring that we can surface these rating reports in more surfaces other than just Maker Portal. We want the admins to be able to see that right out of the bat inside the Power Platform admins and the other admin centers.
That makes sense.
We want to be able to go ahead and build more rich capability from the comments. So today, as you can see, the comments are provided in a more basic manner. We want to be able to go ahead and build intelligence on top of that, be able to maybe highlight keywords, stack clouds, etc., that makes sense to the end user in a more intuitive manner.
Summarize, yeah.
We're able to go ahead and generate email reports, try and figure out how we're going to go ahead and push that towards the specific stakeholders that make sense, that those reports make sense for. And all in all, we want to be able to tie the entire story together, like performance insight, ratings, all the things that we're building.
And you mentioned that the roadmap is going to be built based upon the feedback you get from the preview. Where do people go to provide that feedback?
Yeah, so for that, like we'll be conducting sessions with MVPs, Power Apps champions. But at the same time, like you can also provide feedback to this YouTube video, and we have also added a feedback description link in the YouTube video itself. So you can either
Doing my
give us,
job.
yeah, you can either give us YouTube comments or you can actually go to the Power Apps community feedback link and provide feedback there to us, and we'll be in touch.
That's great. So definitely do that. So check this out. Provide your feedback below. You can even rate this video with a thumbs up if you want to do that as well. And we've got the docs in the description. Go try this out. Rohit, Yogesh, thank you so much for being here and showing us Power Apps ratings.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Phil, for hosting us.
That was, you guys are pros. That was easy.